All right. So those of you who was your first time coming to the Craft Cafe or even seeing the Craft Cafe live, let me just give you a quick background. Craft Cafe is an extension of our Craft by Better Futures brand, which is our online business and professional development platform specifically designed for early childhood education business leaders, you guys. So we're all about leadership and we're all about early childhood education, okay? We want to make sure that we are empowering people to move the industry forward. And we got some heavy hitters on today. I'm so glad to see you, Mercedes. I got Dr. Gullin on the line, Alethea, Maribel, along with Linda Stroman. So a good shout out to Better Futures who created Craft. And this was a way to bring their conference courses to everyone virtually so that you have a convenience factor. Anybody can get on that can have a Wi-Fi signal, you guys, and it's at an affordable rate. So without further ado, I want to give everybody an opportunity to get on in the room, and I want to go around and introduce ourselves. So Linda, I'm going to do a quick high five with you, and then we're going to go into your segment, but just tell everybody who you are, and then we're going to keep it rolling.
Hello, everybody. I am Linda Stroman, and I have the pleasure of being a partner with Craft through Better Futures by Better Futures, and I've worked them in the past. Let me tell you a little bit more about who I am shortly down the road. But I just want to say hello, and I'm looking forward to connecting with everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Linda. All right, we're gonna swing on over to you, Mercedes. You're next up. You gonna give a little quick introduction.
Real fast, right? Good afternoon, everyone. I am Mercedes Fleet. I am the owner, director, teacher, all that good stuff. From Bright Little Scholars Early Learning Center. We are located 3 locations in the northeast section of Philadelphia. 2 of those locations are Keystone Star 4. And I am also a PQAS certified CPR instructor. I am a ServSafe proctor, and I am a CDA PD specialist. And that's me.
Wow, thank you for being here. Okay, next up, we're gonna flip around to you, Chanel. Let's get you in here. Thanks for coming.
Hey, everybody. My name is Chanel Hunter. I'm based out of Philadelphia. Hey, Mercedes. I own and operate a child care center, and I also am a child care organizer. I sit locally, statewide, and nationally with child care change makers as an organizer, and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you, Chanel. All right, and Philly is definitely in the building, you guys. All right, let's swing it on around. Now, Alethea, I know you're probably busy, but if you could come on, whether you're on camera or not, and introduce yourself and tell them who you are. Let's see if she could come on. Because, guys, just so that you guys that are watching at home know that providers are working day in and day out. A lot of them come and they're in the middle of their work day. So I just appreciate you guys for even stopping in. So if you can't come on, that's fine. Just go ahead and listen or pop something in the chat. Okay. And I'll make sure that everybody gets that information. All right. Let's see. Oh, there she is.
Good afternoon, Alethea Adenoff, Washington, D.C.
DC's in the building. All right. So we're going to keep going. Thank you, Alethea. Okay, let's see. We got Dr. Gunlin, our very own Dr. Gunlin in the building. Can you come on and say hi to everyone?
Good afternoon and welcome to everyone. I'm thrilled to be here. Linda is such a welcome addition to our leadership team, and also thanks to Latoya for everything she does to own Craft and make it the success that it is today. I'm the co-founder of Better Futures along with Jahi B. Davis, MBA. And want to thank all of you for being here. Thanks.
Thank you. And thank you for bringing you guys together, bringing Better Futures together and really putting in the work, because this man has over 50 years of experience in the game, you guys. So when I say he has dedicated his life and still is, I mean that. So thank you for your service, like the military, because it's just as important. So thank you for that. All right. Yes, Philly is definitely in the building all day. And shout out to Jahi. He couldn't be here today. He's from Philly too. So that's another Philly head in the building. Let's keep it rolling. We got some more Philly going down. We see Adrian Briggs. Adrian, are you able to come on and say hi to everyone?
Hi, everyone. I am still in the midst of my duties with the children, trying to get them fed and laid down. So, hello, I am listening and I'm glad to be here today.
Thank you for coming. And you guys, just to let you know, Adrian is definitely an all-star. And she has just finished her second round of Wave Boot Camp, you guys. So she came in as an alumni, as like a trainer kind of deal. So super proud of you for coming on back and bringing it to other people in your organization. So shout out to you. And we got a lot of all of y'all pretty much our craft members. Let's see, who is this? Mary Bell. Mary Bell, can you come on and say hi to everyone?
Hi.
Hi, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, this is my first time. This is Maribel. So I'm opening a business and I'm totally lost. I'm doing a lot of search. I used to work as a teacher and director assistant. As you see, I don't have much experience, but I'm gonna try to do my best. So my business is gonna be a daycare center northwest of Chicago.
Oh, Chicago, nice. Okay, Chi-Town. Well, Maribel, you came to the right place because this is a place for leaders and you will get so much support here. And with the craft membership, you will get even extra support. So take heed. There's so many people that you can learn from that have been in the business 30. Let's see, Adrian, she's been in 31 years. Come on now. And Mercedes, she got about 3 locations already in Philly. I'm telling you, these leaders are something else. You are in the right place, Maribel. Welcome and thanks for coming. I hope this is not your last time here at the Craft Cafe.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn as much as I can. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm gonna pop my information in. Don't worry, I'll be sharing the information. So definitely get with me after this, Maribel, so we can get you set up. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. We just had another one come in. Let's see, Cheryl Mormon. Cheryl, are you able to come on and say hi? Oh, she's working. She said, hey. Now, Cheryl is straight out of VA. She's the executive director for the Virginia Alliance of Family Child Care Associations, you guys. And not only is she speaking up for everybody, she up at the Senate, Secretary of State and all that. She's testifying for all family child care. So shout out to family child care. And not only does she do that, she just had us come and do a live Wave boot camp, you guys, in Virginia for her members. And we're doing another one. We're doing a virtual one, you guys, February 3rd. So we're going to be talking about that as well. But while we're here, let's get into it. You guys. I want to just give a quick moment. I want to share my screen because I really want to show you guys what's some things that, we've been working on. And just to kind of salute you guys of what you've been able to be a part of right now. And I'm so proud of it, you guys, so proud of it. Like I said, many of you here that's on with us today have been such an instrumental part of what we do at Craft, let alone the Craft Cafe, you guys. So give me a second. The screen is loading. So while it's loading, I just want to kind of just give a little preview of what we're going to be talking about, because every time there's a new year, you start to reflect on pretty much what you've been doing, like what you guys have been up to. Let me know if you can see this, guys. Because technology is moving over.
Latoya.
You can see it?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so let's get into it. So right now, I just want to go through it, give you guys an overview of what we've been doing with our Craft Cafe, you guys. And I want to thank everybody that's on. Hold on, I want to make sure that you guys can see it because on my screen it's looking a little weird. Okay. All right, well, let's keep it going. Now, first things first, I just want to give special thanks to everybody. Let me start it over, you guys, because y'all know technology. Sometimes you got to give it a little push. But while I'm doing that, I want to just get back to what I was saying about the Craft Cafe. Now, those of you who have been members since day one, we started the Craft Cafe this is our 4th year going into it, our 4th season. Okay, hold on. I think that it's pausing for me. Hold on one second, you guys. All right, let me refresh. All right, give me 1 second. Can you guys, because I can't see you guys, can you see this?
We can see nothing's moving, but we can see a safe space for ECE leaders.
Okay, good. Okay, well, it's not,
Latoya, you have some things open on your computer that's blacking out.
okay, that's why, let me stop this. Hold on 1 second, you guys. I'm gonna come on my other screen because I think that's what it is. So guys, while I'm doing this, let me just say, if you guys can hear me, I'm just gonna keep going because I don't wanna take up all the time, but I wanna make sure, okay, it looks like it came back. Can you guys see me now?
Still the same.
Okay, all right, I'm coming in now. I'm gonna come in on the other side, all right? So now that you guys can still hear me, what I wanna do.
There you go. It's better.
Okay, you hear me better?
Yeah, and the screen is full. We can see everything now.
Okay, perfect. Okay, sorry about that, guys. You know, technical difficulties with this internet. But back to what I was saying, this is definitely a safe space for ECE leaders, and it was all because of you, the members. I remember when I first started hosting craft, the relationships that I was building just by being in the chat with you guys. So thank you guys for just, you know, accepting me into the fold and really helping me to learn more about the industry. And I got that from working with you guys and creating this place where it's outside of the classes, but we still have that same tight-knit group and the ECE expert, which is Dr. Gunling. He is our resident ECE expert. And he was my co-host early on because there was a lot of questions that people had that really I couldn't answer because that's not my wheelhouse. I'm a marketing consultant. So it helped me to really be a part of this industry. So I just want to thank you, Dr. Gunling, for that support. I remember in the early times where we were still kind of putting the show together, what we realized, what you helped me realize was the timing was a little bit wrong. When we switched from Tuesdays at 6:30 and came over to Fridays at 1, more people were able to come through and really share their stories. And I'm really proud of that. So I want to come on and show you guys a recap of where we are. That's me coming in. Give me 1 second. I'm going to mute. Hey guys, can you see me now? All right, I'm going to leave out of here. Put this down. Okay. Okay. Okay, great. I'm hearing some feedback. Are you guys okay? All right. So this talks about what I just said about us moving the show over to Fridays.
There's an echo.
Okay, I thought so. What about now?
Say it again. Say something again.
Now?
It's good.
Better? Okay. I'm on 2 computers, you guys, right now. So that's the tech that goes into craft. And I thank you guys for your patience. So let's keep it going. All right. All right, here we go. All right, now I want to really give a quick recap of the different episodes that we had and the features that we had to come and support you guys Let me go back one. All right, first up, I'm just gonna go through them really quickly. This was our first season, you guys. As you can see, the marketing changed through the seasons. We had Wendy Danzler come in. She is an employee appreciation expert to really help employers, which you guys are all employers, really tap into your employees and how to show them their appreciation, because employee retention is definitely a big deal in any industry, but especially in ECE. So shout out to Wendy Danzler. She also has a radio show on Praise 103, and we were able to feature on her show as well. So shout out to you, Wendy. We also had Anisha Angela. She is the ECE expert in Canada, and she also is the author of a book called Zoe Has an Allergy, which brings attention to children's allergies and just awareness for parents and providers on how to work on those things and be aware of them, okay, and what to do about them. All right, so shout out to Anisha. We also had Dr. O, and if you're not familiar with Dr. O, she is the creator and owner of STEM Early, and what they do is they create STEM education for early childhood. It's never too early to start in the STEM category. And she also is all about DEI and inclusion and bringing a new face to what STEM really looks like, okay? And I'm talking about women, I'm talking about ethnicities, you know, the Black people, Hispanics, everybody who, you know, you don't normally see in that industry as far as what they put out there. So she's crusading for that and bringing it to the children younger. And then we have Natai Wright, who is definitely part of our team, but she is not just part of our team. She is a provider and she is a jazz singer who created My Little World music series that has also been featured on Craft, which definitely gives way to anyone that is trying to really integrate health, movement, and all of those great things into their center. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, let's see who's at the door. Somebody at the door. Okay, they're in. Okay, so shout out to season 1, you guys. I want to say thank you to all of you guys for your contributions to everything that we've been doing on Craft Cafe. All right, next up, we're gonna go to the next season. Okay, so with the next season, we had Pearl Laughlin. Pearl Laughlin is an onboarding and training consultant, which helps businesses, just like yours, ECE businesses, put together an onboarding and training plan. Like I said, this all leads to what we're doing with HR and helping you guys really set up your business so that you can support your employees and also retain them, okay? Because good help is hard to find, okay? And we want to keep it once we get it, all right? Next up, we had Lavissa Woodson, and she was on talking about life insurance and estate planning and the importance of finding the right agent for you and the right products for you and what you want for your future. And you guys know at Better Futures, at Craft by Better Futures, this is something that we talk greatly about. We've had some really great successful classes on estate planning, succession planning, and we are not stopping there. So stay tuned for more. Okay, and we have who just introduced herself, Adrienne Briggs. We can take all day talking about Adrienne. She is the leader of Quip. Her and Diane Gardner, they run Quip, Quality Influential Professionals out in Philly. So shout out to them. Not only does she have her own center and she's been in the business for over 30 years, she is also an author, you guys. She writes children's books. She has I Can Because I Am, a host of others. I have them up there. She also writes books for adults. She has journals, and not just any journals, you guys, journals for women and journals for men. So it's really targeted to those, you know, the separateness, because, you know, definitely men need it. So shout out to Jahid, because I heard the story that he asked her about why does she have journals for men, and she didn't just think about it. She went out and she did it. So I'm just excited to have her in here and have her on as a, not just as a support, but as a member of Craft. So thank you, Adrienne, for just your support and you being that example, setting the example for others and being a support. So those of you who want to be in that game with your 30 years, over 30 years, you writing books and changing lives in the community, you definitely want to reach out to her. Okay. Next up for this season, we had Nakia Whitson and her partner, Melissa. What they do is they're child care tax pros. And they came on to talk about the end of the year tax tips and why you need a tax professional that is in your niche. Now, since then, we have developed a partnership. So you guys, you missed our last class, the class before last, actually, in December. They came on to give you those wrap-up tips for the end of the year. They are now a partner, so you can receive up to 15% off on their services if you're a craft member. So definitely check them out and contact me if you need the information. Okay. Next up, let's keep it going because we got lots for you today. I just gotta acknowledge what we've been doing, you guys. Okay. Let's see. All right, and then we got another feature that's on the line. Y'all heard from her earlier, Mercedes Fleet. Now, she gave y'all a quick little drill of what she does, but not only is she, I would say she's new to the game and she's killing it. She's been in business, how many years? What, 4 years? And you already have 4 locations. And I'm so proud of the work that you've done. I call her the quiet storm, you guys, because not only is she looks like she's just, doing her thing, but she's really breaking grounds. She's bringing in not only support for special needs children, but also for the families, because she not only knows it firsthand, but she works to not just represent, but make an impact on the special needs community and the families that, have that same situation. And a lot of times there's not a lot of support or resources for those families. So thank you, Mercedes, for really walking the walk and talking the talk. So I'm so excited. Now, we also had a whole segment on Child Care Association leaders, and we were able to honor a lot of those who work in that field, like Cheryl Mormon, like Cynthia Davis, like who else is on here? We got everybody on here. I can't think of everybody's names right now. And like I said, Diane Gardner, Adrian Briggs, we have so many of them that we work with. So shout out to you guys, all right? And our craft executive level, that our cohort that we're in right now. So shout out to you guys. Now, we had Make a Scene Media. Make a Scene Media is they geared themselves toward their production company that geared themselves towards nonprofits and helping businesses like yours tell your story. And really, video is one way to really touch somebody's heart and let them know what you guys are doing, the impact that you're making in your community. And it really speaks to your, not just your regular audience, but what about your funders and people that really want to make an impact and help you? So we want to make sure that you guys have access to them as well. So check them out. And without further ado, we had ADP on. And ADP, guys, is one of our new partners, where they come in and they help you with your payroll, the HR, tax compliance, and all of that things. And even if you don't have any employees, you still want to make sure that you're paying yourself. And if you have W-2 or 1099 contractors, that you know what's best for your business, okay? So shout out to Trevor Allen. He's been on the Craft Cafe multiple times, and he's even done sessions on craft. So shout out to all the people, the features that we have had on the Craft Cafe. I'm super proud and super glad to have you guys in the building. Okay. Now, that's me, y'all. I'm just so excited. Craft members, you guys are at the core of this show and this platform and everything that we do here at Craft. So I just want to salute you and let you know that we are really proud of you. We stand with you, and we are so amazed at the work that you do every day, just like you guys are on now, and you're still finding time. Honestly, you guys are the heroes of the world. I don't know how you do it. I don't know when you sleep, if you sleep, but you guys are doing it and you're making it look easy. So shout out to you guys. All right. Let's see. Now, perfect timing. This is our first real installment of Craft Cafe Live for 2024, and we have some new treats for you guys that I'm so excited to bring you. We got Linda Stroman in the building. Now, me and Linda go way back, so I already knew what she came through with, but to have her with Craft, I'm so excited. I know we're unstoppable already, but you know what they say? You know, what the Neo say? I'm a movement by myself, but I'm a force when we're together. So that's of course. So I want to hand it over to Linda when I tell you guys what we're going on. We got Craft Executive, which I'm rocking our shirt. You guys know that you can get t-shirts for all of the craft brands on our website. If you attended my pop-up, I talked about, I went through our new website. So we just launched it. If you haven't seen it, go on and check it out. Sign into your account, because I get a lot of people asking me, how do I sign in? How do I sign in? Well, there's a tab on the top that says members. You're going to click in there and it's going to let you pop in your your email, and then you set up all of your login. Okay, guys? So make sure you do that, craft members. All right. So Craft Executive is our newest membership level geared toward nonprofit leaders, you guys. And it's not just the one leader, it's a 3-person membership so that you can bring your team with you and you guys are learning together and really making an impact on that industry. Okay. Your organization, not your industry, but the industry obviously is the overarching thing. Now, Craft Cafe. I'm so excited to announce we do have our own logo now. As you can see, Craft Cafe Live. We also have our own site. So check it out, www.betterfuturesdc.com/cafe live. Okay. And you can see all the different treats and you can actually register. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our Eventbrite channel. So that way you get all the all the latest updates with everything craft and Craft Cafe. We have upcoming is our live wave boot camp. Shout out to Cheryl Moorman. All right, we're gonna be coming around. We're definitely coming back to VA. So we have it coming on the 3rd, February 3rd. Registration is open now. So go into our website for that as well. If you're getting the newsletters, you should have gotten a ticket voucher to come on and register. We also have, like I said, we have new partners. We have Childcare Tax Pros for all your tax needs. You can go on over right now. We also just did a session with Devaris Real Estate, commercial real estate. You guys, you can't fool around with regular residential real estate if you're looking for properties for your business. You want the right people that know your industry. And Brandon Howard, he is an expert in not just real estate, commercial real estate, and not just any commercial real estate, ECE commercial real estate, okay? So he knows what he's doing. And they have sites all over the country, so it doesn't matter where you are, they can still work with you. And like I said, ADP, we have them as well. Next up, we have the Craft Plus app coming soon. We're going to be talking more about that. So you'll be able to access all of our classes and more, all of our things that you want to, all things craft, you'll be able to access through our Craft Plus app. All right, let's go, Linda. Let's see. All right, that's our shirts, you guys, so that you know that we have all the brands. Go ahead and show your ECE pride and your craft pride and get your t-shirt so when you come to the events, we'll all be rocking it. All right. Okay, let's keep it moving. All right. Come on, Linda. We going to you.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So it's been fantastic listening to everybody and hear LaToya talk about everybody's background and everything that you do. So I'm excited. And so I just wanted to take a little bit of time to kind of talk about who I am, why I'm excited of being part of Craft by Better Futures, and even more excited about connecting with you all shortly down the line. And so I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my background and kind of how I connect and how I got to where I am. And so my title, my official title with Craft Craft by Better Futures is Vice President of Human Resources, Talent, and Culture. And I want to kind of talk about how that all connects based on my background and how we got to that point. And so just to give you a little bit about who I am and how I've been journeying through life, I'm a native New Yorker. And so, but I've been here in the Maryland area. I'm located in Prince George's County, Maryland, for probably 35 years now. So I've probably lived here longer than I have since I did in New York. But nevertheless, Harlem is home. Harlem is in my heart, and it will always be. But I am also a Prince George's County resident. Um, and so my journey has been working, going to school, working in various areas. And so one of the nice things I think about getting older is you can kind of look back and see where you've been and where you are and where you want to go and the things you've been able to accomplish. And so when I look back at my background, it basically falls into three different categories. So one is human resources. So my background, I worked in HR for 13 to 15 years directly. And I've worked for for-profit organizations in New York, like CBS, New York, Izod, Lacoste, IBM, other places. And then I relocated here and worked for Channel 7, WJLA, and some other places like VOCA, National Children's Center, still within the HR realm. And so I've been able to work for-profit, nonprofit areas and been a generalist and a specialist in all areas. So training, recruitment, employment, benefits administration, all those things. And it's something that I really love doing. I really love to get into the HR piece and being able to connect with employees from all levels of the organization. And then I started deciding to take my HR experience, my training and everything, and kind of take it and use it to talk about what it looks like from a worker standpoint, from someone who's looking for a job or trying to figure out what happens on the other side of the table when you're in that interview. And so I started doing workforce development. And so I started doing training for a workforce training program to help people who are unemployed, underemployed in the county be able to go back to work, be able to boost their income. And so I was able to take all my HR experience and bring it to the table and help people with resumes and interviewing, soft skills, financial management, all these different things. And so kind of making sure that they're in a position where they're balancing out personally and professionally. And I did that for probably close to 10 years. And and then I had this passion for, and actually one of my supervisors at the time saw the passion I had for financial management. And so I swung into that realm. And that's pretty much how I had the opportunity to meet Jahi, because as he moved here from Philly, he connected to an organization that I worked for at that time. And so I've known him probably 15, 17, 18 years, something like that. It feels like forever. But I've been doing financial education, financial empowerment, so education and coaching. So I am a licensed or credentialed life and financial coach. I have certifications in what's called, I'm a financial social work educator and coach. And so I have those credentials to work with. And so for myself and knowing how important things are with, our economy and what's going on in the market and things like that, I look back at my career, and I've had a full career, a nice career. I think I've been laid off 3 times in my career. And one of the things with reflection is that I look back at it, and each time I was laid off, I went off and did something better. And so I'm a big believer that things happen for a reason. And sometimes you just need that push or a kick to do something different at that point in time. And so that was the push. The last push was in 2019 when I was laid off from a job I had been with for 12 years. I was ready for that one because I could see it was time. And so I had developed my own business. So I am self-employed. I'm an entrepreneur as well, in 2018. And so I put myself in place. So when it happened, so I had a feeling it was coming down the road, I could just move into it, to what I wanted to do. So my business is called Lasting Change Life Coaching, LLC. And I'm able to utilize my workforce development background, my HR background, and my financial background to do a lot of different things, a lot of different contracts. And so that's part of how I connected with Better Future Craft by Better Futures, or Better Futures overall. I came in as a consultant, HR consultant. And so I was able to connect with some of the learning centers, early childhood centers, and help them build their human resources portion of their business. So looking at their handbooks, looking at their job descriptions, looking at make sure they're in compliance from an HR standpoint. And so I started doing that for Better Futures, and then was able to connect and be able to come in on a level where I can do a little bit more. We can grow a team, all those different things. And so that's kind of my background and how I got to where I am right now. I want to share something just real quick. So let me put this up. So one of the things that I do, whatever I do in life, and I kind of figured this out more so within the last 5 years since I've been working for myself. And so everything that I do, or everything that I try to put together or make work in my life, I kind of do it around these what I call 8 dimensions of wellness. And this is so important because we saw that journey through COVID and how it took some of us down as far as our overall wellness or anything that we needed to do. The nice thing about, well, one of the things about these 8 dimensions is they're all connected. And so whatever I do, I try to make sure that I'm balancing out in these areas in my personal and professional life. And so one of the things that really drew me to Better Futures was that what we do is holistic as well. And so we you know, when Latoya was showing the craft cafe segments that have happened already and the ones that will come in the future, it was touching all different areas of what we do. So we do, things in the area of HR, we do things in the area of leadership, succession planning, all these different things, business planning, access to capital. And so, but also we look at the personal side too, because I'm a big believer that it starts on the inside. Mm-hmm. And so it starts on the inside, and then whatever happens, it projects out on the outside. And so we want to make sure if I'm good, then I'm in a better position to help others be well also. So it's kind of the when you think about the affirmation, put your own mask on first. Yeah. So making sure we're good, making sure that oxygen mask drops down, that I put mine on, because if I run out of steam, I can't perform, then the person on the left or right or in front of me or in back of me is going to be in more trouble because I can't reach out and help them. And so making sure we're good. And so this is really the journey that we, through Better Futures, that we're trying to do, is help people be well on both ends. And so taking a look at what that looks like. And so really helping engage with marketing and just engagement and business planning, technology. Technology is huge. And I don't know what we would have done without it during COVID. So, like we can have a lot of snafus with technology, but it really got us through and able to help us be well. So, this is kind of how I like to approach things. It's helping people figure out what that looks like and using the coaching technique to do that. What I love about coaching is that I don't tell you what to do. I help you. I help to guide you to figure out what are the aha moments, what are the options and choices you have, and which one feels right to you, which one you want to work with. But just knowing all the options you have and then having that decision. So empowering you to be well in whatever area it is. And so that's kind of what we're looking at. And so that's kind of on the outside looking in. I want to use also a football analogy. I've been thinking about this a lot for some reason. I'm a football fan. I like watching my teams. I like a Baltimore Ravens fan and New York Giants fan. So I'm trying to keep them both home. And one of the things I noticed this season, and I mean, it's been happening since football was created, but I've been noticing it more and more and more, is how, for example, position of a running back. And one of the positions of a running back, one of their charges is that they receive the ball, so the quarterback will hand off the ball to them, and they will try to run up and get 1, 2, 5, 10, 20 yards, 80 yards, whatever it might be, to get to the end zone. And so what I've seen a lot more, and maybe it's just me paying attention to it more, is that we have running backs, and they could be little, little guys. They don't have to be real big guys, but what I've seen more is that running backs will be, they're pushing, and I've seen them carry, 2 or 3 people down the field with them for additional yardage, 1, 2, 3, 5 yards. And what's happening is you can see their feet is just going, they're just moving, and they're pushing. And then they have team members behind them kind of pushing them forward. And so that extra 1 yard or 2 yards or 3 yards can make a huge difference.
Mhm.
And so that's kind of what we are and who you all are. We want to help you keep those feet moving so that you're pushing that 1 yard, that 2 yard, that 5 yard. Before we know it, it's a touchdown. We're in the end zone, and we can see all these things working. And so taking on that position of a running back, just keeping those feet moving, because when you keep moving, you can get an extra yard. You can do different things. And so we're looking at helping to build in that way, helping to push you down the field so you can get to the end zone and we can see that touchdown. And so with that, one of my charges earlier on in working with Craft is that I am I'm rolling out and announcing the Craft executive piece more. And so connecting with more of the nonprofit associations so that they can have this benefit through Better Futures and be able to offer it to their affiliates, to their base. And again, to be able to have the access, again, to the holistic approach that we have access to that running back analogy to help you keep your feet moving and moving, keeping you moving forward to pick up that yardage and get that touchdown. And so we're going to be having, actually have an official announcement next Wednesday on the 17th at 5:30 to talk more about Craft Executive and how this could be a great opportunity. We are an organization that's really thinking and doing things out of the box and utilizing tools and things that have been around, but doing them in a different way. So like boot camps. Boot camps, I think, are phenomenal ways of getting us to where we want to get to, because the goal of any boot camp, of any good boot camp, is that you leave there having done something. You left there having done something to get you to the next 1 yard, 2 yards, 5 yards, to move you down the road. And so, for example, like our WAVE accounting boot camp, you leave there with at least 90% of your new software set up. And so it's already up and running. You may have to do some tweaking here and there, but you leave there with that accomplished after that time you spent with it. And I think that is so phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And so that's what we're pushing for. And so that's kind of who I am. Excited to be here. Looking really forward to connecting with all of everyone I can connect with. And if you want to reach out and book an appointment, you can do so, and just find out a little bit more about Craft Executive or whatever it might be. However I can be of help, I would love to be there. So that's kind of who I am. Any questions or comments or anything for the good of the cause?
All right, y'all, this is your time. Any questions you have, come on, just unmute yourself. This is very, informal. I'm putting in the chat the link to register for the live wave happening on February 3rd that Linda was just talking about. So go ahead and click on it, check it out, and register so you can be a part of it. It's a full day, 6 hours all day. boot camp. So like she said, you're gonna leave with your system already set up and your categories, your chart of accounts, all of that good stuff. And we got some special treats for you in that boot camp as well. So this is for everyone. Craft members, you know that we have our boot camp is for craft members. This is for everybody. So you can, if you are a craft member, you definitely get a discount to come in. But this style is definitely new. So we want to make sure that everybody has access to it. So come on in and share it. If you have taken away boot camp already and you know other people that may benefit from it, or or they should do it, definitely send this to them, because we want to make sure that we get everybody in. We got some seats already flying off the shelf. So get your tickets early. Now let's see, any HR questions, any questions about Craft Executive? All right. And also the Craft Executive event that she's talking about is on the 17th. I'm pulling up the calendar right now. While you guys are getting your questions together, if you can't pose them in person, go ahead and pop it in the chat and I can pose those questions right now. All right. But in the meantime, I wanted to hand it over to you, Dr. Gunlin, because I wanted to talk about our next upcoming session with ProCare on the 31st. I'm just making sure I got the dates right. Yep. January 31st. Dr. Gunlin, did you want to give a quick preview about that course?
Well, Latoya, if you don't mind, first I'd like to, first of all, again, acknowledge how thrilled we are to have Linda joining our team. And so, Linda, I have a question. Right now, like in other fields of practice, early childhood business leaders and owners are experiencing a staffing crisis. I'm really curious. First of all, I love the visual that you put up. I wonder if you could offer us some of your thoughts about what you'll be able to offer to our members and potential members to address this staffing crisis that in some regard is impacting early childhood businesses, where we're seeing some businesses actually close.
So something that comes to mind is basically how are we, I guess, marketing or showing the benefits or showing the opportunities that are available through early childhood providers, and what that looks like, or reshaping what that visual looks like based on what in the past, the thoughts of working at a center and things like along those lines. So being able to rebrand it in some ways, and looking at what we're offering, how will individuals be able to come into the organizations and provide more of an impact, and maybe not just let's say early childhood staff member, but what else opportunities can they have with it to help you be better, help you grow, to be able to learn new skills and build themselves up as well. And so looking at kind of out of the box type things that can be offered through benefits, professional development, whatever it might be, to help them be well. But I guess, kind of rebranding or looking at how we market, how we look at the positions that are being offered. What are your needs? What type of individuals do you need? What can be taken off your plate so that someone else can be responsible for it, but it helps them to grow, helps them to develop. And so that would help, again, the organization overall. So I think that's kind of a win-win. How are we branding now? How are we marketing? How are people seeing these positions and what the benefits are working with our what I saw as our best natural resource, which is our children. So helping them be well. That's one thing I think of off the top of my head.
Well, thank you. And to me, it triggers what I've been reading, and from a perspective as an early childhood educator, from I'm posting a position on Indeed to I'm looking for this talent where
Mhm.
the person selected, we're going to develop your talent, which I think has tremendous potential to attract and retain people in the field. So thank you. Excited about that.
And just to piggyback off of that, yes, it's about changing the conversation around it. And so when you're saying I'm trying to do talent acquisition versus I'm just trying to staff, there's a different vibe with that. If someone says I'm looking for talent, people are going to kind of sit up a little bit more and take notice. All right, this helps them to evaluate themselves. I have talent. I can bring these things to the table versus I just need you to just show up and do X, Y, and Z. So again, how we talk about it, how we change the conversation around it is similar to things with like money and other things. How we change the conversation around our financial wellness can be a big change, a big difference in how we process and build wealth versus just having money coming in and paying the bills.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I'm going to be real quick, Latoya, because I want to hear from Mercedes.
Yeah, me
'Cause I
too.
know when she has something on her mind, that means I'm going to learn.
That's right.
So we're very pleased and excited to announce that I will be co-facilitating a webinar with the Director of Marketing for ProCare to talk about how using technology can be a strategic leverage to creating a vibrant, profitable business. And for anyone who knows me, and I'm in the process now of collaborating with ProCare on the webinar. I'm going to keep it real so they know I'm not coming with everything is roses and sun shining. We got some issues. So Mercedes, let me hear it.
Yep.
So I had ProCare, and I didn't feel like it meet the needs that I needed to meet.
Okay.
I've tried Brightwell, Hi Mama. I think there's one more thing out there. Another thing out there I try as well too. That kind of it still wasn't meeting my needs. So for me, I need kind of like a one-stop shop. Something that deals with enrollment of kids, something that can handle the staff, something that can handle compliance issues, whether it's with the state or with the city, and then something that also handles my billing. So when we were in Atlanta at the conference, there was a program called Early Learning Ventures. They are a nonprofit.
Mhm.
When I signed up, I was able to get the program free for a year. After the year, I believe it's $50 for my capacity, which I think goes up to about 45 to 50 childcare seats. The one that's for above that is 51 plus and it's $100 per year. Me, of course, I have 3 sites. So I did combine my locations and I just named them as classrooms. So we're all under one umbrella. In the event that I just need to specifically talk to different parents from different sites, I have that option as well too. But when any type of staffing trainings we have, we can go into the system, we can upload their transcript, and if it's like a clearance like an FBI or state police, we can put an expiration date on there. And 60 days from when it's supposed to expire, I'll get an alert, the staff will get an alert to let them know, hey, it's time to, renew your certificate. It also does it for the parents for their enrollment packet, because every 6 months here in Pennsylvania, we have to have it updated. So it sends them their alert as well for that, their health assessment, And then when the state comes out, we have in there, we can put when we do our fire drills, our emergency evacuation drills, our shelter in place, we can put all that in the system. And if we need expiration dates, we can add it to it. Now, when it comes time for billing, we have that option too, where we can collect payment from parents and it goes into QuickBooks. So for me, the other programs out there wasn't doing that. This program kind of was for me because everything is in the sense of technology, but I sometimes I don't have time to keep going to the binders. And when I'm home, I can access it as well too.
Oh, and
So,
oh, go ahead.
well, I just want to respond. I'm going to talk about during the webinar my experience with ProCare. I think a challenge is that often the capability is available through ProCare, but there isn't a time to figure it out. And so I appreciate and I'm glad, Mercedes, you found what's going to work for you. Because I want to be sensitive to time, I would invite you to come to the webinar. I think it'll be dynamic and interactive. They have new staff members who come with, which excites me, new ideas and energy. So, yeah.
That's
But
great.
not surprised, Mercedes. One of the many things that I value and respect about you is when you know what you want, you go out and you find it and get it.
Absolutely. So Mercedes, you said you met them in Atlanta when we were at the NAFCC conference. Did they have a booth there? Because I think I might have met them too.
I'm not sure if they had a booth. I know they had the training. I went to the training. I'm not sure if they had a booth. I think they did.
I'm gonna look them up and see what's going on because I feel like I've met them.
I have a question. What was the name?
She said Early Learning Ventures. I put it in the chat. Was that it, Mercedes?
Yes.
So those of you, I put it in the chat, Early Learning Ventures. And y'all can just look it up too. And that's why I love the Craft Cafe, you guys. We are at 2:00, so I want to land the plane, but I thank you again, Mercedes, because like I said, you're definitely an all-star and you're doing your thing and bringing information still to the Craft Cafe. Shout out to you, Maribel, for your first time. I told you you were in great hands. You see the type of knowledge that we have in here in this community. So we incubate it and we invite more. So guys, we're going to go ahead and land this plane. I just want to give a special thanks. Now, Linda, did you have, okay, she's leaving to the next minute. Thank you, Chanel. Linda, did you have any last announcements or words that you want to say before we go ahead and get on out of here?
Not off the top of my head, but again, if you want to connect one-on-one, you can definitely do it. I would love it. And I hope again to be able to interact with you all down the road.
All right. And welcome to the team, Linda. I'm so excited. Like I said, we got some big things coming for you guys, as you can see. So stay tuned. Make sure you are registered on our Eventbrite for the next Craft Cafe so you get all the alerts. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is brand new. I'm the only subscriber right now. So come on over there. We're at Craft Cafe Live on YouTube. All right. So I will see you guys next time. And stay on your email, you guys, because that's where you'll be getting all the correspondence for everything Craft by Better Futures. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend.